Hi, welcome to the Healing View. I'm Barbara from For the Love of Healing, and I'm here with my wonderful partners, Sharon, Laura, and Judy, and our magnificent guest, Deborah Singleton. So we are very excited to share with you interesting conversations with inspiring people who will talk about their beliefs, their life journey, and what they have experienced. And we're hoping to inspire your health, wellness, and happiness. So get ready for a lively and wonderful conversation. And Judy will now introduce our guest, Deborah.
Welcome, Deborah. So nice to have you here today.
Thank you so much.
Deborah's currently retired from her day-to-day business at the office, but she certainly is not retired from continuing to guide and mentor people, many, many people, with your vast healing knowledge and your experience and your inner wisdom and vision. So we're welcome and happy to have you here today. So this is the Healing View.
Thank you so much for having me.
So as Barbara said, we'd like to talk some interesting topics. The first one that I thought of that would be helpful, especially in today's world, is maybe what we can all do to help affect the level of consciousness in our world, especially in our country, with what's going on with divisiveness in our government and people being angry and taking sides and showing a lot of their unpleasant behavior. And for us who want to be peaceful and calm all the time, how do we do that? And how can we help other people who are watching this, help them?
That's a very good point. And it all starts with the individual. It doesn't start with the government or school or institutions or even family. It starts with individuals. And that is learning to be quiet, just quiet inside. And taking it from there, then we're into meditation, learning how to talk to each other in peaceful, calm, quiet ways, doing the things that you do, whether it's grocery store or driving or having a party, to do it all in a calm, healthy, happy manner. So that's what I would suggest. And that sounds so trite, but it isn't always easy. What do you think?
Well, what are some good ways to practice being quiet inside? I know we teach people how to be quiet inside, but I would like to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, I mean, to me, the first thing is put your feet on the floor, take a couple deep breaths, and close your eyes. And even if you do that for a second, 3 seconds, 5 minutes, that will calm your internal energy and calm your external energy. Just that amount of time, even for just 3 seconds. And once you feel that and you become aware and present and mindful of that, you're going to want more of it. Mm-hmm. And if you do that several times a day, that's just a beginning. What do you do?
Well, I do that too. Grounding is important for me. I try to walk, and I'm always thinking about my feet. You know, often I'll go barefoot because I've got the tile floors and I can feel my feet. But I still think it's hard with everyday living, especially I'm in an HOA, and people can get so irate about the craziest things. and so I think that's hard to just deal with that, the day-to-day living in your own little area, not just your family, but your neighbors and parking issues and dog issues and things like that that can take you off center and take you to another place that's not comfortable.
Well, that's learning to be centered and grounded. And it's practice, 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 as you all know. Also, the strongest person in a room is the one who is the most centered and grounded. And if you're centered and grounded and quiet, then you're going to be the most powerful energy in the room. If somebody is irate or angry, they won't be, as long as there's somebody that's in the room that can be quiet. And so that's something to think about. What do you do, Laura?
Well, in addition to sitting quiet, whether I call it meditation, but what I've been doing lately is realizing that when I'm sitting quiet, I'm really not quiet. I'm like I'm thinking about invoking something or asking for something. Oh, and so what I've realized is I want to ask whatever that is, the entity of all that is, to talk to me and for me to just listen. So that's where I'm at with it right now, is just another level of just doing nothing in that quiet with my mind and brain except just trying to listen. And then, within a matter of seconds, my mind is having a conversation already, and so I'm catching myself and wanting to just like be open to listen.
But that's perfect.
Okay.
Because you absolutely know what your pitfalls are.
Yeah.
And accepting them and actually appreciating them. I can see that there's a little smile in you when you say that. You appreciate them. And the more you practice, the more it becomes possible. And it is a possibility of just calming the mind where you're not thinking, but you're just sitting there receiving. That's where you really want to learn to be. And what about you, Barbara? How do you do it?
I love doing yoga and meditation, and lately what's been helping me a lot is to ground. So like Judy was talking about walking around with her bare feet. So just being aware of parts of my body from my hips all the way down to my feet. And that helps my insides calm down
Right.
when I can do that.
What about you, Sharon?
Well, I do all of what you have all talked about, but one thing I add to this is instead of when I am in my head a lot, but when I observe it and just let it go and just come down to my heart, and if there's something going on around me or an issue inside of me, I offer that heart energy. And I think of it in terms of colors. And one of my favorite colors is a pink color. And I'll just see that flash out in my heart, in my body, into every cell, and just, anchor that in my body. And I end up having my perspective change as a result of that. I can see things differently, even if someone out here or myself is upset or have anxiety. I just see it in a different way, and most of the time, if not all the time, it just changes. Everything changes.
So are we talking about grounding by connecting with the earth? Is that what you're all talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that we all do that differently. But it is thinking about the earth. It's connecting with the earth's frequency and bringing it up into your body, which is how we live on the earth anyway.
Right.
However, when we get into anger, worry, concern, and we're in our heads, then we bring that energy up here and we're not balanced throughout our body, and then we are not grounded.
Right.
So grounding by just thinking about the bottom of your feet and connecting with that earth frequency will make you be quieter. Just that alone will make you to be a little bit more quiet.
Yeah, right. I love the earth, and I love being outdoors. I don't have to be outdoors to ground.
No,
I
you
can do
don't.
it with my my thought, my intention.
Or you can do it with golfing.
Or golfing. Our previous guest.
Our previous episode.
And Barbara, who golfs.
Yes. Well, and so we're just at about half a minute to a minute left to wrap up this episode. And so are there any parting words of wisdom? Other than, I mean, what you just said pretty much says it all.
Intentions really is where it is, and trying to bring coherence to all that you are, not just your body, but your thoughts and your presence in the world. Mm-hmm. And that will bring more and more peace to all of your family, bringing it out to the community. And if we all do that, or even a few of us do that, that will bring more peace to our country. It just takes each one of us to do a little bit of something.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you
Sound good?
so much.
I feel
Yes,
it.
it does. I do.
On that note, we would like to thank you for joining us today, and for more information on our work, you can go to fortheloveofhealing.com, and we're signing off with Deborah's words. There's nothing more to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Deborah.